Imagine you're deep in the woods. You turn around and suddenly, nothing looks familiar. No trail, no markers, no people. You're lost. Your first instinct might be to panic, shout, or run. But the very first step to survival is simple and vital. Stay calm. It's easy to underestimate how powerful your mind is in a survival situation. Panic leads to poor decisions, like wandering farther from safety, wasting energy, or getting injured. So take a moment, sit down, breathe deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Repeat, center yourself. Now begin to assess the situation. Where are you? When did you last know your location? What direction were you traveling? Look around you slowly. Can you hear running water? Do you see broken branches, footprints, or any familiar trees or rocks? Nature can give subtle clues if you stay quiet and pay attention. One of the best tools you have is the sun. It rises in the east and sets in the west. If you know what time it is, you can orient yourself. Before moving, think. Have you told someone where you were going? If so, it's often safer to stay in place. That's where rescuers will start looking. Check your pockets. Do you have snacks, a phone, a map, or anything to mark your location? Even a small item like a shoelace or keychain can be used to make a marker. This isn't the time to rush, it's the time to plan. Remember this rule. STOP, stop, think, observe, plan. This mindset can be the difference between rescue and disaster. Once you've calmed down and assessed your situation, it's time to take action, and your top priority is this. Make yourself visible and make noise. You don't want to stay hidden in the trees. You want rescuers to find you fast. Start by using your voice or any signaling tools you have. If you have a whistle, blow 3 short blasts. This is the universal distress signal in survival situations. Repeat every few minutes. If you don't have a whistle, shout at regular intervals, but don't overdo it. You'll need to conserve energy and water. Next, look for a clearing or open area nearby. The wider the space, the easier it is for aircraft or ground search teams to spot you. If you can move safely to one, do it. Once there, use anything bright or reflective. Tie a brightly colored jacket, shirt, or even a foil blanket to a high branch. Hang anything that catches light or movement. Rescuers are trained to look for unnatural colors and patterns. You can also build signals on the ground. Lay out branches, rocks, or gear to form large letters like SOS or arrows pointing toward your location. Each letter should be at least 6 feet tall to be visible from the sky. At night, if you have a flashlight or phone, flash it periodically, 3 times in slow, clear bursts. Movement also helps. If you see or hear someone in the distance, wave both arms overhead. That's an international signal for help. If you have a mirror, use sunlight to reflect flashes toward potential rescuers. Even the screen of a phone or a piece of metal can be used to reflect light. Don't forget sound. A pot lid banged on a rock, a stick tapping against a tree rhythmically. These can travel surprisingly far. The more signals you give, the better your chances of being found. So remember, be seen, be heard, be smart. In any survival situation, water becomes your #1 physical priority. While you can survive weeks without food, you can only survive about 3 days without water, and even less in hot or dry conditions. So your goal now is simple. Find clean, drinkable water and know how to make it safe. Start by listening. Find a high spot and stand still. Do you hear running water? Streams and creeks often make quiet but consistent sounds. Follow the sound downhill. Water flows from high to low. If there's no sound, look for signs: green vegetation, animal tracks, or bugs clustering in one area. These can all point toward moisture or hidden water sources. Once you find a stream or river, don't drink it immediately. Even the cleanest-looking water can carry bacteria, parasites, or chemicals. If you have a filter, use it. If not, boil the water for at least 1 full minute to kill harmful organisms. No fire? No problem. You can collect rainwater by laying out leaves, plastic bags, or tarps to funnel drops into a container. You can also wipe dew off plants in the Early morning using a clean cloth or bandana, then wring it out into a bottle. Avoid drinking from puddles, swamps, or water that looks stagnant. Stagnant water often carries harmful bacteria and insects. Always prefer moving water. It's fresher, cooler, and usually safer. Never drink salt water and don't rely on your own urine. It will dehydrate you faster. If you're truly desperate and have no other options, try basic filtration. Pour water through a cloth with layers of charcoal, sand, and gravel. It won't kill microbes, but it will remove dirt and debris. Hydration isn't just about finding water. It's about drinking the right kind, at the right time. Sip slowly, don't gulp. And ration water smartly. Don't wait until you're thirsty to drink. Water is life. Make it your mission. As the sun begins to drop, your next mission is clear: shelter. In the forest, temperatures can drop quickly at night, even in summer. Exposure to cold, wind, or rain is one of the most dangerous threats when you're lost. That's why building even a simple shelter before sunset can be the difference between surviving the night or not. First, choose your location wisely. Avoid the bottom of valleys where cold air and water collect. Stay away from animal trails, insect nests, or places directly under unstable branches. Look for slightly elevated dry ground, ideally near a natural windbreak like a rock wall or fallen tree. Now use what's around you. A survival shelter doesn't have to be pretty, it just has to protect. You can build a basic lean-to using a long branch as a ridgepole between two trees. Then stack smaller branches against it and cover it with leaves, pine needles, or bark. Make it small. A smaller space means your body heat stays trapped. Don't forget the floor. Lay down thick leaves, moss, or pine branches, at least 6 inches thick, to insulate yourself from the cold, damp ground. If you have a poncho, tarp, or even a plastic bag, use it as a roof or moisture barrier. Combine it with branches and foliage. For structure and insulation, once built, test it. Sit inside. Does it block wind? Does it hold together? As night approaches, gather firewood. Stack it near your shelter in a dry spot, even if you don't light it yet. Prepare now, not later. If you can't build a full shelter, even piling up leaves and curling beneath them can help trap body heat. Remember, you're not building a cabin. You're building protection from the elements. A good shelter keeps you dry, warm, and safe, so when morning comes, you're ready to move again. You found water. You've built shelter. Now it's time to stay safe and get rescued. The most dangerous part of survival isn't always nature. It's panic. By staying calm and focused, you've already done what most don't. Now your goal is twofold: avoid hazards and stay visible. First, stay put unless you're in danger. Rescuers search based on your last known location. The more you move, the harder you are to find. Stay alert to threats. Watch for unstable trees, loose rocks, or animals. Avoid climbing cliffs, swimming across rivers, or hiking steep terrain, unless absolutely necessary. Injuries in the wild can quickly become life-threatening. If you have a fire, keep it going safely. Fire not only provides warmth, it acts as a signal and keeps animals away. Use dry wood and keep extra fuel nearby, but never leave fire unattended. Stay visible. During the day, lay out any brightly colored gear in open areas. If you hear helicopters, wave both arms slowly overhead. That's the distress signal for HOAS, help. At night, use your flashlight or reflective materials to flashlight 3 times. Pause, then flash again. That's the International SOS Light Code. If you're traveling short distances to find better shelter or water, leave signs behind. Arrows made of sticks, footprints in soft dirt, or a note if possible. Help rescuers find you faster. Keep your body and mind in good condition. Eat if you have food, but ration carefully. Rest when you can and stay dry. Every day you survive increases your chances of rescue. Finally, remind yourself, you're not alone. Someone is looking for you. Keep doing the smart things. Stay strong, stay seen, stay safe.